Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're back with another team outlook. This time it's the Cleveland Guardians. Blake, they went 92 and 69 last year. This offseason was a little interesting in my opinion. They gave up some key pieces. They brought back some guys. Let's get into it. They brought in Paul Sewald. They brought back Bieber and Carlos Santana. What is it? Carlos Santana's third
Third
term with them.
stint. Yeah.
John Means, Jacob Junis, Austin Hedges is back, and Slade Ciccone via trade. They lost Josh Naylor. They lost Andres Jimenez, Nick Sandlin, Alex Cobb, James Karinchak, Matt Boyd, and Eli Morgan. Um, I get why they traded Andres Jimenez. Bazana's on his way.
Yep.
But man, Jimenez and Naylor not being on this team makes this team look a lot different, in my opinion. We'll get there in a second. But Blake, overall, what are you thinking about Cleveland's offseason?
Ooh, it's a little confusing. You know, I get why they made both those trades. The Blue Jays took on almost $100 million of Andres Gimenez's contract, and that's that. The Jays. I'm not saying they did him a favor. Obviously, he's a great player, but they saw a chance to maybe get rid of a contract that may age poorly down the road with Jimenez, and obviously Josh Naylor's a pending free agent, and they get a guy with control like Slade Ciccone for that pitching staff. So this is a team that plays in a weaker division. They beat up on a lot of weaker teams in that division, but yeah, this lineup it looks a lot different. I don't love this team right now. I feel like they could have had a little bit of a better offseason, but you mentioned Bazana coming up. That should help. I'm not sure. Maybe he'll come up sometime this season. He's had a pretty decent spring. He's got some pop in that bat. So why don't you go over that lineup?
Yeah, it pencils out like this. It's Quan, Ramirez, Manzardo, Santana, Thomas, Brennan, Naylor, Arias, and Rocchio. On the bench, they have Hedges, Noel, Sheenman, and Freeman. So this is where I stand, and you could say this for every team and Guards fans. I hope you're not taking this to offense here, but um, they lose Jose Ramirez at any point of this season. I think it's going to be there's no way that they come back from it.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at. Um, I think Josh Naylor, energy wise, the guy's insane. We know like there's a screw loose, but I think it fit this team. Like I think that Naylor was a big part of this team. I think Andres Jimenez was a big part of this team. Whether the offense wasn't as great as it has been in the past, still the Gold Glove defense at second base. I I'm interested to see Lane Thomas for a full year. Had those big moments in the playoffs. Stephen Kwan will spray the field like he always does. Kyle Manzaro, wild card for me. Carlos Santana, also a wild card for me. He's going to be 39 years old. He's been doing it for the past two seasons, crushing
Well,
it
his first
actually.
Gold Glove last year. That's crazy.
He's been crushing it the last 2 years, but he's getting older, and that scares me. I mean, that's just the fact. Will Brennan, okay. Bo Naylor, I think, could be. I mean, out of the catcher's position, he produces. Um, Gabriel Arias, don't know much about him. I mean, he's going to be filling in at second base, and then Brian Rocchio. We'll see what happens with him. So, uh, where they make their money though, it's in the pitching staff. It's
Yeah.
Tanner Bybee, Ben Lively, Gavin Williams, Luis Ortiz, and Tristan McKenzie. Now, on paper, to me, now even the rotation doesn't look like anything special. Tristan McKenzie, we'll see how what we get out of him. He hasn't really been quite right since coming back from injury a couple years ago. Tanner Bybee's a stud. Ben Lively has been had an up and down career. Gavin Williams, we'll see. Luis Ortiz, we'll see. In the bullpen, they got Clase, who's probably the best closer in baseball right now. Top two, top three, if not.
Yep.
Cade Smith had a good year last year. Hunter Gaddis, Paul Sewald, solid. Tim Herron, Andrew Walters, Colby Allard, and Jacob Junis. So they are banking on this bullpen locking down games late.
And that's what they
Um,
did. That was the recipe last year for a lot of success. They get the lead after the sixth inning. It's like, great, doors shut, slam the door shut, and Six, seven, eight, nine is under complete lock. That's basically what it was. That was their recipe to success was scrap and claw and get a lead by the six, and the bullpen's just gonna carry it the rest of the way. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a dangerous game to play with how much relievers fluctuate year to year. You know what I mean? Like a reliever could be very good one year, the next year he's not so good. So, like I said, that's just a dangerous game to play. But I love Clase, Kate Smith, and Hunter Gaddis at that back end of the bullpen for sure. It's a very good start.
Yeah, John Means will be back as well with Shane Bieber. So you're looking at Bybee, Means, Bieber.
Yeah,
I mean, one, two, three, and then you need to piece together the four and the five spot.
yeah,
It can work. It's just offensively, I just don't see it myself. But this pitching staff, when healthy, could can be really good. Um, you know, I think I mean, what do we have them here? They have them being fourth place. They're going from a 90 plus win team to 78 wins
yeah,
via Fangraphs. They think this is going to be a down year for the Guardians. So we'll meet you in the middle. I think that's what we have to do. 90 wins last year, and
yep,
they're saying 78 here. I think they do win over 78 games.
yep,
Um, but I do think they're going to miss the playoffs this year. Even though the White Sox are terrible and they get to play them a bunch of times, I just think that the Twins, the Tigers, and the Royals, especially the Tigers, probably will be better this year. And the Royals are starting to go that way as well. So, um, and then the AL West, you have the Rangers who got better. The Mariners will pitch it with anybody, and the Astros should be in the thick of things, even with their down year, or down off season, I should say. And
yep,
then the East, Yanks, Red Sox, Orioles, Blue Jays, Rays. All those teams, in my opinion, are better than this Guardians team. So
yep.
I will take the over and wins, but I do think they missed the playoffs.
Yeah, I'll say they're maybe an 81 and 81 team. Like that's kind of where I'm at with this Guardians team. But yeah, with the Tigers and the Royals on the rise, and the Twins are projected to win the division. That'll be interesting to see how that kind of unfolds as the season goes on. But yeah, I think I'm definitely out on the Guardians in terms of playoffs.
Alrighty. That's gonna do it for this one. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. As always, we appreciate you guys for listening and watching. We'll see you on the next one. Later.